All right, now that we're all back from our fire drill, we're going to pick up talking about what we were talking about. Who can tell me what we were talking about before we left? Billy. Yes, we were talking about simple addition, adding single digit numbers. Who can tell me why this is so important in our daily life? Stephanie? Yes, we use it to count things. We use it to count money. We use it to add up how many crackers we have for a snack. If you've got enough to share with buddy, you don't know. You've got to be able to add. You will use it all of your life, all of your adult life, pretty much forever. What you guys don't realize is we actually talked about simple addition yesterday. It was about 2 o'clock. It was about 1 o'clock actually. It was about 1 o'clock, and we wanted to figure out how many more hours we had until school was out. So as a group, we counted up 1 hour to 2, and another hour to 3. We added up 2 hours to 1. We added 1 plus 2 and came up with 3. We've kind of been talking about this for a while, and we're going to keep talking about it, obviously, as we're going to start learning some addition here. Who has done some addition before? Jeffy. Yeah, Jeffy's done some addition before. He said he's counted out money. He told me this the other day. He's been counting out money at home, adding stuff up kind of with the help of mom and dad. That's good. If you use addition every day, it's always going to be helpful. It keeps your mind fresh, keeps you ready to go. As you get farther in, you're going to kind of just start to memorize these things as they go. So today we're going to start with that though. We're going to get started on how to add 1-digit numbers. And to do that, I've got these cool counters that everybody's going to use. Everybody's going to have a pile of them. I've got a whole bunch of them. I want you to be able to show me with your counters a formula, 1 plus 2, and we'll have 2 different piles and add them all up. So after today, you're going to be able to hopefully do this the rest of your life, and it'll take some practice. We'll do it a lot more times, so you'll be better at addition. These counters are going to help you learn how to use subtraction as well. We'll be doing that further into the year. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pass out these counters to each group. Pass those around. This group can pass those around. And I'm going to get my board set up right here. So as we do this, we're going to be able to set up our counters on 2 different sides. We're going to have 2 different piles as we do this. We're going to have one side here, and we're going to have one side here. And we're going to have, or I'll be able to put a line right down the middle of mine, and you guys need to have an imaginary line in the middle of your desk. So for our first problem, we're going to start out pretty easy, and we're going to do 1 plus 1. So to do this, what we do is we can count. 1, 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. How many of you were able to do that? Jeffy, Billy, Jenny, good job. I like the way you're working. So we're going to make it just a little bit harder as we go along. You're going to see the numbers get a lot bigger, and they get, you just have to do a lot more counting. So I'm going to write a problem up here. 2 plus 2. So as you guys are getting your counters on each side, I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to have 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Now, to add these up, we can just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus 2, and we've got 4. All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to get my counters off of here. I'm going to give you guys a problem. I'm going to give you all a problem, and then what I want you to do is get your counters out and put them on each side in the 2 different piles, and then I'm going to take a quick look and see if you got what we needed. So for this one, we're going to do 2 plus 3. All right, so go ahead and get your counters going. All right. I see everybody has got their counters on each side. We've got 2 over here. So we're going to put ours up as we go. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then as we add them up, all we're going to do is we can just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we can take them down here. Let me take these down. Do we have any questions so far? No? Okay, no questions. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that it matters if we change the numbers around? So we just did 2 plus 3. What happens if we do 3 plus 2? Does that make any changes in what the number we get? I see some yeses. See some heads nodding yes, some heads nodding no. Well, I'll tell you what, let's try it out here. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it just goes to show it didn't really matter how we had the numbers. We can put the 2 here and the 3 here. We're going to have the same amount of numbers no matter what. All right. I'm going to give you some to do on your own this time, and we will see what you all come up with. I'm going to give you about 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them, and I want to see what you guys can do, okay? So I'll write them on the board as you guys do them. So this time we've got 1 plus 3. All right, I will let you guys go ahead and split them up there. All right, everybody's getting them all split up. And then you just count them out. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Any questions with that? No? Okay. Next one, we're going to do 2 plus 4. And then you guys need to split them up into the 2 separate sides. I'll kind of do this one with you as we go since it's a little bit bigger of a number. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we'll do now we just count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. And again, it doesn't matter if we were to switch them around. We could put 4 over here plus 2 and move 2 sons over here, and we would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, for our third problem, I want to see you guys do 1 plus 5. And I'll kind of change mine up here. Make sure everybody's getting this down. Yes, doing pretty good. Okay, so now we would count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you guys can tell, the numbers don't always have to be the same, and we'll still get the same total. We just had 2 plus 4 and got 6. Now we got 1 plus 5 and got 6. There'll always be different numbers to get a different total. Now when we talk about the total, the other thing you'll often hear it called is the sum. When you do addition, it's called the sum. So and each total has a different name as you do your mathematics as you get older. They'll have different names, and so you're just going to have to learn what we're talking about. So that was pretty basic. I think we still got one more problem left here. let's do a hard one. Let's do 3 plus 5. And let's see what we get there. All right, one right there. We had one more. So, see what everybody's got here. There's a lot of sums on this one, a lot of counters you need to be using. So we'll get them all spaced out. Remember, you got the imaginary line right down the middle. And we're going to take those two groups and we're going to put them together. So now we've all, kind of looks like we've all got them put out. So let's count them up. We'll start with the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 5 equals 8. All right. So that's going to be our lesson for today. This is always important. You know, like I said before, addition will always be something you use for the rest of your life. You will use it in every situation. As you get a job, when you're at home, it doesn't really matter. You're always going to use it. So, adding single-digit numbers, it is something you will use, and we learned how to use that. We also learned how to use these counters. These counters are something we're going to use a lot during the school year, especially when we start doing subtraction. They're going to be helpful for a lot of different things, something that you will always use, or be able to use as counters. They're very helpful. So, other than that, that was a good class. Let's go ahead and move on to science.